You want to talk Guardians?
Yes. Earl, you got to read first.
Why you say it like
No, we got all our reads out the way. It's time to last topic of the day.
Yeah.
I'll let you go ahead and set this up. But it's two prospects I've always heard of. I've never seen. Chase DeLauter and Gabriel Arias. And it looks like we're not going to see Chase.
He just hasn't played well.
No time soon. So
No. So for those who haven't heard, the Guardians announced yesterday that their top prospect, Chase DeLauter, is going to be he's having hernia surgery. He's not going to be back on the field for 8 to 12 weeks.
He got a sports hernia?
Yeah.
Oh, he got to get that mesh. I got that same thing going on. Well, I had it back when I was in college. I had to get a mesh put in.
So Chase DeLauter was having a great season last year. I thought he was on the verge of getting called up.
He been straining too much.
He gets hurt late in the season. He's set back at the start of spring training. I thought he'd be up with the Guardians if he got off to a good start by May or June. And now it's another year down the tubes. Maybe he joins
the team. Come back from that.
Well, but he's not going to – they're not going to put him in – first of all, he's not going to be on the field till June. Best case scenario.
The diamond.
On the field.
The diamond.
Whatever.
What's the difference?
They don't really call it the field.
Okay,
it's a baseball
I've been around
field.
baseball a million years. They call it the field.
It's a baseball field.
Okay?
Field of Dreams. They don't call it Diamond of Dreams. They call it Field of
All
Dreams.
right. So
Tyvus going to be Tyvus, though.
what?
It was because he paused like,
Yeah.
What's the difference?
He's not going back till June. He's going to start in the minors.
Not back till June. He's going to play in the minors. Even if he kills it, maybe we'll see him in August. Maybe. And that's if he kills it in the minors. He's probably not even going to play in a minor league game. My guess is till July. Because once he comes back and is able to get on the field, he's still going to need to go through essentially spring training.
Yeah.
So he's not going to probably play in the minors till, at best, the middle of June, maybe not till the middle of July. Then he would have to kill it for at least a month to even get considered when the Guardians are slow to call guys up. So part of the reason that the Guardians, who embarrassingly lowered their payroll this year, didn't spend any money on the offense. They have a worse offense on paper than they did last year, which was already mediocre. And part of the reason they didn't do it is because they were hoping Chase DeLauter could make an impact this season. Now that's not going to happen. Probably won't happen the entire year. It certainly won't happen before late in the summer, but probably, my guess is he doesn't play for the Guardians at all this year. Now it's even more glaring, the problems they have on offense. Now, I've said this once, I'll say it a million times. The Guardians make a habit of losing the offseason and winning in the season. Unlike the Browns, they're the opposite. They often win the offseason and always lose the season. I shouldn't even say they often win the offseason. They have lately a couple of times. So I still think the Guardians are a pretty good team, but I still don't like their lineup. I'm still frustrated that it's worse than last year on paper. I'm still frustrated they've spent no money to improve that lineup. There's still one or two offensive free agents out there like Adam Duvall that I think can help. I'm sick of watching Will Brennan. I'm sick of watching Gabriel Arias. I'm sick of these same guys that you keep running into the mix that are just bench players. You don't have enough starters in the lineup.
Or when you set this up, you said Gabriel Arias. I think you meant George Valera, who's the guy we are yet to see at the MLB level.
He's not with us no more.
He is. They signed him back to a minor league contract.
Oh, really?
He's not.
But he's always often injured. The thing with DeLauter when he got drafted was he fell in the draft at 16 because he had a foot injury coming out of college.
Yeah.
He's dealt with injuries throughout his entire minor league career so far. This is another injury. He's a guy that, when is on the field, whether it be spring training, minor league, college, has mashed. And we had Matt Underwood on last Friday, 2 Fridays ago, talking about how DeLauter hit a home run.
Yeah, I just don't care, Mike.
No. I'm just saying, like, he has the potential. Like, he's what you get excited about because he's this giant-bodied, power-hitting outfielder who I have no confidence we're ever actually going to see on the field because I don't trust him to stay healthy. And that's a terrible thing to say or to feel about the Guardians' top outfield prospect, the number 2 prospect in their entire system, a top 40 prospect in all of baseball, who may be able to turn into a really productive middle-of-the-lineup bat, but can't stay healthy.
Just because you're a top prospect, just like in any other sport, players don't pan out, right? It's that simple. The minor leagues is essentially like college. You see what you got in a guy, but you don't know. He can mash in the minors all he wants. Until he does it in the majors, it doesn't matter. And for the most part, the offensive prospects the Guardians have had in recent years, their top offensive prospects have not done anything. The only guy that's done anything is Stephen Kwan, and he wasn't a top prospect.
It is ironic.
How is the Guardians like training staff?
What do you mean? There's
Like, cause why is it like? Has he not got like some trainers that can help him out? Like, because
I don't know
at some point you got to invest in your body. Like, this is your moneymaker, and you can't just.
Some guys just get hurt. What are you gonna do?
Nah. Like after a while, like it's got to be like.
There's guys in the majors that get hurt all the time. There's guys in the NFL that get hurt all the time. I don't. You know.
But like to
think
be
it's how hard he's working?
to be out like extended period of time like he is.
I mean, Christian McCaffrey's been hurt a lot. We know how hard he works, right? No, he does not work hard. I don't know.
I mean,
I tell you, football is a little different than baseball, though.
All right, Byron Buxton of the Twins.
Yeah,
he's not working hard. I don't know. The guy's hurt every year.
I'm just saying,
Fair
like
point.
it's
Giancarlo Stanton.
It's just like
Giancarlo Stanton. That's
at
'cause
some point
he's so roided up that he's all.
You think he on that stuff?
He's on something. I mean, it's something they can't test for, probably. Allegedly. I don't know. You know, I mean, obviously I don't know for sure. I mean, he looks like he, is built out of steel.
Yeah,
Did I ever tell you my Giancarlo Stanton story?
No.
I'll tell you after the show. I tell it now, but
He likes to live. What?
He's a scary dude.
Yeah.
Scary dude.
Don't look like that. He like to do curls. Huh?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see what the
He
problem.
tweaks his oblique
Anyway,
every year.
Curl.
Anyway,
Curl.
I just think
Curl.
it's
Curl the
just
needle into the bicep.
something that they should look into. Like we should maybe
I'm
do
sure
some
they're
more yoga.
trying.
I just gotta there's no way you're gonna have this kid here and he's showing all this promise and you can't at some point get him in the majors to see what he actually turns out to. Like that's ridiculous.
They will eventually.
If it's not DeLauter, who's the next outfield prospect that's in line to potentially make an impact?
George
this season?
Valeria.
No, it's not. I don't even know. I'm not like. I'm just trying. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I can't think of what a.
What happened to
That
Angel?
CJ
What happened to Angel Martinez?
He's in camp, isn't he?
He's still here?
Is that CJ?
I can't think of their next.
Kafkas?
Nobody else that's really close. I don't think. Let me see. I'll look at the latest MLB.com top 30, but I'm just not thinking. Let's see.
Travis Bazzana.
Oh, Jason Churio, but he's really young. Jackson Churio of the Brewers.
Yeah, he's like 19.
It's his brother,
isn't he?
but he's young. Yeah, he's not going to be in the big leagues for a while. Their next, Kaifas is
Kaifas, that's what I was thinking.
first baseman outfielder.
Kaifas.
That's really a Jonathan Rodriguez who had a cup of coffee last year. They really don't have, outside of Churio
The farm
and maybe
system ain't
Kaifas,
what it used to be?
outfielders. They don't have outfielders. This is MLB.com's rankings right now of the Guardians prospects. Number 1, Travis Bazzana. Hopefully will be up at some point this year and eventually could be an outfielder, although they seem to want to keep him at second base. DeLauter, Churio.
They got rid of whatchamacallit for him.
Jimenez.
Yeah.
Ralphie Velasquez.
He's a catcher, first baseman, right?
Cooper, they have a catcher. I mean, it's just, and they got no pitchers. Their highest ranked pitcher is a kid named Braylon Doty, who's their 9th prospect, projected to the big leagues in 2028.
Well, he was just drafted this year, wasn't he?
I believe so. Yeah, I mean, not great. Not great. So they don't have another. There's not an outfield prospect that's definitely ready to go.
You know what? You talk about how they didn't make any moves.
Yeah.
We felt the same way last year going into the season, and they
Right.
had this magical
I
season.
know that.
So
and they might do it again, or they might go backwards this year. I don't know.
I hope that's not the case.
I hope so too. I love baseball.
that
and I love
better
watching
not-
the Guardians.
Like that better not be the case.
It was good for the show, too. Like, it was
I
something to
know
look forward
that.
to, yeah.
I want
Well,
the Guardians
the Browns
to be
were
good.
depressing, and the Guardians was flourishing. So
Yeah.
But it kept us going through summer, too. There's
and
a lot of dog
I
days.
think they'll be fine. It's just so frustrating as a Guardians fan when the team won't fully commit financially to getting better.
Let me ask you this, and then I know Earl's
Yeah.
at
Go
Super
sign
Chats.
Adam Duvall.
But
He's still out there.
let me
Pay
ask
him
you,
$5
with,
million.
With DeLauter's injury, and that was
Yeah.
a guy that at least would have been in the mix for one of the outfield spots.
Yeah.
Does that impact at all whatsoever, even 1%, the Guardians' chances of signing Adam Duvall or another outfielder?
I doubt it. I mean, listen, most of those guys that are still out on free agency are not that good. But Adam Duvall could still play. I mean, he could be a platoon player. That's the best you're going to get at this point. And I'd rather see him than some of the schlubs they've been throwing out there the last few years. I mean, who do you trust in the lineup right now? Outside of Kwan and Ramirez.
Lane Thomas.
Can't trust him.
He's a platoon player, really.
Big Christmas.
I don't trust him at all.
I do.
I certainly don't trust Will Brennan. I don't trust Bo Naylor. I don't trust anybody at second base.
But dude got hot got hot at the end shortstop?
Rocchio.
I think Roki. I mean, Santana's fine, but I don't want a 40-year-old Carlos Santana to be my third best hitter. I'm high on Rocchio.
Manzardo.
I've been high on Rocchio. I thought he'd be an all-star last year. That was my bold prediction.
You back?
I was wrong.
You doubling down?
I've liked him.
No, I'm saying you doubling down this year?
No, I like Manzardo, but it's a lot of unproven guys. You took a downgrade from Josh Naylor. You don't have David Fry for the first half of the year. It's disappointing.
Oh, we got super chats.
All right, yeah, I'm